I couldn't.
Which brewery was that?
Dark Star.
Dark Star. Yeah. All
They've
right.
just been bought by Fuller's. Yeah.
My friend Henry Kurt is kind of going there and
Nice.
involved in that now. Yeah.
Yeah. Both fantastic breweries.
Yeah.
There was some people in the UK. There was some kickback. Like Dark Star is sold out. Like
right.
everyone who's ever been to Fuller's will know. Like you couldn't be bought by a better better brewery. Exactly. Someone who's really
passionate about beer and brewing great beer. Yeah. Oh, they're good people.
Yeah,
they could sell that property for billions.
Yeah,
but they
absolutely.
Yeah,
yeah. Especially the real estate in London as well. Right.
Oh, they're good people and make really good beer. They really believe in it. And I thought it could be a good thing for Dark Star.
Yeah, absolutely. They really hit that glass ceiling as well.
And I think, getting off track here, I think that one of the things that happened to Fuller's was they bought Gales, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everyone was like, "Oh my God, you've destroyed Gales." It's like, well, I think it was collapsing on its own.
Yeah,
and if
Gales was already done.
Yeah, if they didn't get it, then it was gone.
Yeah.
And what they've done is they actually preserve the yeast.
Yeah.
Which is the most important part, and they maintain it to this day.
Yeah.
And when they make any Gales product, they use that yeast. They don't go well, we could just slip our yeast in and just not have to produce another yeast.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm real proud of those folks.
Yeah, absolutely.
With all this bringing people into it, like the conglomerates and like AB InBev is buying people, pretty much everybody's buying different breweries.
Right.
Does that, obviously it doesn't always change it, but there's that perception that the beer geeks always say, oh, they've been bought by Sapporo, or they've been bought by King.
It does change a lot of them. So I've seen some where, seems like everything's the same. Nothing's really changed, and that's rare. I see some where the change is for the better. Again, rare. And then I see some like the bigger purchases like AB InBev, where instead of brewing the 10-barrel brewing beer on a 10-barrel system, it's brewed 500 barrels at a time at the AB plant near us. And the beer doesn't taste the same. Same thing happened with Goose Island. They moved a lot of the beers to Fort Collins, and it tastes nothing like it did before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Is it still a good beer? Sure. It's absolutely nothing like the beers were before.
Right.
So, what happened? Is it a bad beer? No. Has it lost the soul of the brewery that spawned it? Absolutely. So I think you need to be careful about that. I think it's okay that there's some consolidation and that there's, I'm gonna get so old at a point that I cannot move the brewery forward. So somebody needs to take it on. If nobody's gonna take it on, well, it just goes away.
Mm-hmm.
So, you
gotta choose.
Right, and there's a lot more people involved than just one person a lot of times. So some of these breweries, my friend Dick Cantwell from Elysian, he did not want to sell, and he fought it, but he did not own the majority stake by himself, and so his brewery was sold, and to AB InBev, and he was very upset about it. He did not want to do it. He fought against it all the way. That's the problem, is if you don't own it all by yourself, you're kind of stuck.
But now he's at Magnolia, right?
Right. So he's moved on, found other things to do. But when your baby gets kind of taken from you, it's very disappointing. But again, I think sometimes it can be a good thing, and sometimes I imagine Fuller's will do a good thing for Dark Star.
Absolutely.
I think that they're going to give them more technology, more money, more help. But from what I've heard, they're not talking about closing it down and just moving the brands. Mm-hmm. That's really what hurts. You know, when you're keeping the people and the place and all that intact, and you know, those people are able to keep producing the beers, and then you're like, look, maybe you need some lab help. Maybe you need, you know, some production help. Maybe you need to be able to buy some more equipment.
Distribution.
Maybe you need better distribution. So it can be nothing but positives. Mm-hmm. So I think it's possible, but it's not always the case. A lot of times people try to milk all the money out of it.
Right. And one of the things that I've seen happen with that takeover with Fuller's and Dark Star is people automatically overnight, the beer tastes different. Right.
And suddenly the beer moved over before you sold it.
I started at Dark Star when we were at the old brewery in Anstey. We had a 15 UK barrel plant. And then we went to a 45 UK barrel plant, which is where the current site is. Mm-hmm. And I went into our brewery tap.
And that's more of a change in the beers than I think it's happened since, right?
But I went into the brewery tap, and one of the customers is saying, this porter tastes completely different. I can tell it's made at Anstey. No, I can tell it's made at the new brewery. And I was just talking to him like, okay, so what's different? Yeah, well, you know, the roasters dropped off, the hops aren't the same. You know, it just tastes like
hops aren't the same.
It tastes like it's mass produced. Okay. Just talking to him for a little while, and he was really convinced that this beer had been made at the new brewery. Mm-hmm. And I told him, well, actually, I'm sort of heading production at the old brewery at the moment, and this beer has not been brewed at the new site. So people drink with their mind. As soon as they hear news on something, it's different.
This is why marketing and trendy and all that stuff and social media has such a huge effect. Mm-hmm. You know, you could pee in a glass, carbonate it, and you could convince people on social media that it was the greatest thing in the world. If you worked hard enough at it, you could get people to buy your urine in a cup.
Is that a Taiheiyogan concept?
I'm not gonna say soda piss.
Soda piss. We've got a name. We got branding. Soda
branding. You heard it here first.
Try soda piss.
If it's hazy, something's wrong.
Right. Bloody is the one you want to really look out for.
Rosé.
Rosé. So, be careful what you drink, because sometimes people are selling it to you through marketing, not through quality.
Yeah. And perceptions are pretty strong for people.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
We had a fun time.
So much fun, dude. So much fun, dude.
Every year we had too much fun.
We got rid of the sausage guy.
Yeah.
Now that he's gone, we're having a good time.
Thank you, George, for joining us as well.
Thank you.
And
Thanks for having me.
we expect both of you to do a collaboration this year.
Yes, please do a collaboration.
You mean together or with other people?
Together.
Just together.
Okay.
In a nice little back room with little Barry Manilow in the background.
We'll see our babies come from that. Yeah.
Exactly. Thanks, guys. Gampai.
Cheers.
Gampai.